Welcome to the On-Campus Internship website. We're here to help you develop the skills and give you the experience you need to build a successful career. So what is an on-campus internship, or as we affectionately refer to it, an OCI? It's like a summer internship, but with a few small differences. In a summer internship, companies hire a student to come to their office, sometimes close by, sometimes far away, and work with them full-time for the summer. The student will complete professional work that is valuable for them and the company. BYU-Hawaii students are some of the brightest in the world. However, students occasionally have limited work experience, which can be a concern for some recruiters. BYU-Hawaii students need many more internships than are currently available. But most companies cannot take more students in the summer and cannot afford to hire interns in the winter and fall semesters. This is a problem. An on-campus internship solves these problems. It does this by offering internships during fall and winter semesters when companies have time to work with additional student interns, providing 40 hours per week of work for an entire 16-week semester without charging the company for hours. That makes them very popular with the companies. Student interns remain on campus, meaning they do not take a company desk, phone, or computer. Students do not have to move from their apartment, spouse, or campus. Interns have access to all of the BYU-Hawaii library databases needed for research. The company gets 5 interns each, working 8 hours a week as a team instead of one intern. The company gives work to the team leader and the team divides the work amongst themselves. Interns receive 3 hours of college credit for the experience. On-campus internship projects are valuable to everyone involved because the company receives valuable work from enthusiastic student interns. Fresh insights from students being trained in the latest principles and approaches. A 15-week interview with students interested in their company and industry. Significant publicity and word-of-mouth PR before, during, and after the project. Student interns receive real-world experience in the area of their studies. A fabulous resume builder focused on their future career interaction with experienced company contacts in their chosen field who may recommend or hire students. An opportunity to solve problems with the tools they are learning. Teamwork skills in a real-world setting, attributes that mean most to recruiters. Interested? Great. Visit oci.byuh.edu to fill out an application and see the projects available for the upcoming semester, and then register for Career Development 201R. And that's it. It's that easy. Speak to someone directly. You can visit the Career Centre and ask for the Director of Experiential Learning.
What I'm going to do will matter, but who I'm going to be while I'm doing that, that is going to ultimately be the thing that's going to allow us to be successful or not in the world. One of the challenges for me as a student here was that they didn't have my major. I was a film major at BYU before my mission. I was pretty confident that I was going to be a film director. And so I got here, I really searched for where I would fit academically. I started as an English major and enjoyed it, but it wasn't quite clicking with me. Ended up moving over and becoming a history major as well. What I knew I wanted to do what the calling inside was. I want to help people, and trying to figure out how to align that with a major was really difficult. I discovered a couple of years ago in my files something that I'd written as an undergraduate student in my history class. They'd asked to create a blueprint of your life for the next 20 years. And two things really surprised me. One, when I read the last line of what I would be doing in 20 years, it was exactly what I was doing. The other thing that surprised me is the way that I thought that I would get to those 20 years, and that path that I actually took was dramatically different. But every time that those obstacles came, no matter how hard they were, there was that quiet conviction of, this is why I'm here, this is the path that I'm supposed to follow, and it's okay that it's hard. It's okay that I can't always see 5 steps ahead of me, because I know that I'm on the right path. And have courage to be what you want to be, to have courage to follow that call, and have courage to be different and think different and act different than other people around you, because it's your call. It's your unique call, and no one else has to be on board with it but you and your Heavenly Father.
Just walk. That's your job. Students worry a lot about what major should I take, and they seek inspiration from heaven. Tell me what I'm supposed to do. I don't think it really works that way. It was 13 years to get the bachelor's, master's, and doctorate degrees because I did all this field work in Micronesia and things. So it was a detour. I moved around in majors. I found things that, like I said, I was interested in everything, but what were the ones that really caught my attention and I could see myself pursuing that inquiry for the rest of my life? My parents I considered mentors. They said, there's your canvas, go paint on it. The world is yours. Never felt like I was expected to do certain kinds of things. Just pursue my deep interests. Study what you have a passion for. Do not study anything you think you're obligated to or should do or have to do. That would be even worse. If you can't walk out of a class, a subject area, and walk out feeling, aha, now that was interesting. I'm going to read some more. Not because I have to, because now I want to do this, because I want to pursue this. If that's your inclination, you're feeling that, pursue that. Go after that kind of thing. And the students who really go after what they have a passion for find a way to make it right. They have to be a little more creative. It just doesn't come to them immediately, but they figure it out.
Tell us about your culture. What do you like about it?
One thing that I like about my culture is that Thai people really respect one another.
We start with the basics. Sweep the floor, wipe down the tables, pull out the chairs.
Respect is the sense of our culture.
What would happen to your culture if there was no honor?
It's an interesting question.
I think it'd be dying.
It would be really messy.
Well, what would happen if you lost your honor back in the day? Kicked out, bro. Get out of here.
You'd be kicked out, you'd be trodden upon.
There's a quote by William Faulkner that says, be the best you can be. And so I think the BYU Honor Code helps establish that.
It makes BYU an environment where it's not only conducive for secular learning, but also spiritual learning.
We are all united and that we protect the name of the school.
Honor Code is important because it helps us students increase our spirituality.
Aloha, Elder Hilton.
It's more than just being modest in our dress and behavior, but broadening the perspective to have more clear communication and be a productive university.
I had a lot of times in my life where people have walked and said to me that there was something different about me.
I feel like it helps me remember just who I am.
Helps me to recognize how Heavenly Father loves me and the importance of my body, which is the temple of God.
私たちのカルチャーは名誉である。
Notre culture, notre honneur.
Can you hear us? Elder Hilton. I don't think he can hear us.
Elder Chow, or is that Adam Chow? Are you missionary?
Adam.
Yeah, I'm a missionary now. Great. Thanks for joining us, and Sister Rojo. Sister missionary.
你去买，我去车上好不好？哇，想要听这个。
因为一分给51了，我办我们这
Okay. Welcome, aloha.
Aloha.
Wow, we have missionaries. This is great.
Wonderful. Great to see our missionaries.
We have quite a few current serving missionaries.
Oh, great. Wow.
Aloha, missionaries.
Sisters, elders, brothers, elders.
They are the prospective BYU-Hawaii students.
Yes.
All right.
All right. The Cho is talking, we can't hear him. Or Chow.
That's great. You got most
of the folks in. My best friend.
More. Okay. All right, welcome everyone. I'm Brother Ewan with BYU-Hawaii, and this is Sister Cummings, or Leigh Cummings. Also, we're representatives of BYU-Hawaii, and we're so glad you're joining us today, specifically for what we call the BYU-Hawaii Taiwan Preview Day. So welcome. We're still admitting those that are coming in. And I think, Leigh, are you gonna play something?
Sure. Are you ready, guys? Are we gonna sing together? I think they're a little shy right now. I'll just be a little. I see a lot of missionaries. Nice. I'm singing, sorry, we might scare everyone away.
No, you're doing great. I love that.
It's great to see all these faces. I saw that there was. Go ahead, Chad.
Oh yeah, let's keep we're gonna play a video right now. Hopefully you can all.
I'm gonna mute everyone. That's okay.
Yeah, if everyone can mute.
Oh, there we go. Well, aloha. In Hawaii,
Aloha.
Thank you, Fraser. In Hawaii, we say the word aloha, which can mean many things. One of them is hello. It can also mean goodbye and I love you. So it has a lot of meanings. But tonight we welcome you to our preview day for BYU-Hawaii. You just saw some beautiful pictures of Laie, the community where Chad and I and the students reside, where the BYU-Hawaii campus is. So we are very blessed to work close to home and also close to a lot of the beautiful scenery that you saw. My name is Leigh Cummings. I'm from Laie, born and raised here. And I'm a graduate of BYU-Hawaii, majored in information technology, and met my husband here as a student, and then got married, and we have 5 children and 3 grandchildren now, and 3 of my children graduated from BYU-Hawaii as well. So it's a special place to us. I work as a relationship manager at BYU-Hawaii with the Ho'okele department. Ho'okele, we'll tell you a little bit more about our department, but I work with Chad Ewan, and he'll introduce himself in a minute. But before we do, we'd like to turn some time now over to Fraser Chow, who has made this possible for us today. Thank you, Fraser.
All right, thank you, Leigh. And I'm gonna speak in Mandarin. Okay, is that okay? Mm-hmm. 好，欢迎大家能够来参加这次的 BYU 夏威夷的线上观摩日。那我们很感谢今天来帮忙协助这个观摩日的这些 BYU 的同仁像 Chad 员他是在招生部的一个经理，然后呢还有 Leigh 他是属于这个在职涯发展中心一个主管。那同时我们有一些目前在 BYU 夏威夷就读的学生，他们也来一起来协助，然后帮忙回答这些问题。然后今天呢，我们希望大家在能够准备你们一些问题。
Hey Jackson, watch this.
然后呢，特别是任何只要跟入学有相关的问题，你们都可以问。
Really cool,
比如说财务方面 ，I work。然后呢，还有关于入学，比如说高中成绩、福音进修班，然后呢，托福或雅思，只要这些问题，欢迎你们问，那他们会回答这些问题，这是一个非常难得的机会，希望能够把握这些时间。好，那也希望今天大家都能够对于在透过这个会议，大家能够更了解 BYU 夏威夷，这是一个非常好的学校。BYU-Hawaii is a great school, yeah, and hope you join the preview day today. All right, thank you. I turn the time back to Leigh.
Thank you very much, Fraser. We appreciate all that you do for BYU-Hawaii and our students, and for helping to organize today's preview day. We'd now like to introduce or have Chad Ewan, our admissions officer, please introduce himself. Thank you, Chad. Chad?
Because I'm so used to having it not muted. I'll start again. My name is Chad Ewan. I am an admissions officer here at BYU-Hawaii. I work with Leigh Cummings, and our area consists of Taiwan and Hong Kong. I'm also over the areas of all of Asia, the Asia area in the church. So that's one of my responsibilities. And so we're so grateful for all of you to join us tonight or today. It's nighttime here with us. And I'm a proud graduate of BYU-Hawaii. And I'm thankful for the experiences that I've had as a student here. So let's see, let's get this show on the road. We do have a little bit about our department. We're known as the Ho'okele department. Ho'okele is the Hawaiian word for navigate. So we serve prospective students with their path to BYU-Hawaii and current students and alumni beyond graduation. So we have this picture here of our full-time staff and some of our student workers in front of a voyaging canoe. And so the Ho'okele department consists of admissions. And of course, you know what that is. We help you with your application. We help you by, if you turn in things for the application, questions you may have, you contact us about BYU-Hawaii. Also, our department is over the new student experience. So you see these group of students here, these are new students, and we help them through orientation by showing them, a campus tour. We have lots of fun. You meet other students. That's the whole idea, is to meet other students and to connect with them. Now, we don't do it, we're not open. Our campus is not open now, but we've been having little new student experience. We call them Connect. And it's lots of fun where we play games. In fact, next week, Friday, they're going to meet our new president. So these are the new students for the fall semester. They're going to meet President Kaue, who is our president of BYU-Hawaii, in a video Zoom conference. So we want the students to be engaged. And if you're here, we'll have lots of food. We like to eat in Hawaii. Yeah? I'll turn the time next to Lei, who's going to talk about career services.
Yes, another area in Ho'okele is career services. And in this area, students will learn how to create a resume, how to do a job interview. They'll also, we also have career mentors that help you with an internship in applying for one, and also helping you with your resume and interviews. We also have career fairs. As you can see the students in the middle there, we have one big career fair every spring, usually in March, where we invite over 50 employers from all over the world to come and talk to you about potential jobs and internships. And that's called our Asia Pacific Career Conference. It's we've now had our third career conference for the past 3 years, and it's gone quite well. So that's our career services area. The last area in Ho'okele is alumni. And so after you graduate from BYU-Hawaii, you will become a BYU-Hawaii alumni, and that's a graduate. And we like to keep in touch with you when you graduate, and we'd like you also to connect with other graduates from your country, such as Taiwan, and be able to have get-togethers. As Chad said, we like to eat a lot, so that's one thing that we usually do at alumni reunions. And as you see below, that's some alumni that came from Hong Kong last year and got to tour around the Polynesian Cultural Center and visit for a few days. So we have lots of fun activities for our alumni.
Why is she muted?
I got muted. I got muted there, sorry. So our alumni services is a great place for alumni reunions and gatherings, and also for connecting with other alumni, and also getting mentored by them, and finding jobs and internships. So we really depend on our alumni a lot. Thanks, Chad.
Okay, so we're gonna have you participate, and Ma, can you explain this? So come by me and translate in Chinese. We are gonna ask you, where are you from? So
我们会问你们，大家是从台湾哪个地区来的
Okay, so on the top of your screen, you will click on what's called annotate.
所以在你屏幕的右上角呢，会有一个标注。
And click on a stamp.
对，你可以在上面呢标注你所在的位置。
So you can choose an arrow, a star, a heart, and click where you're from.
你可以选择自己想要的形式去标注你自己住在哪里。
Now go ahead, try it. Oh, right. There's somebody from Magong. How do you say that? Magong.
Magong.
Oh, somebody with the lines.
有些人可能住在海上。
Oh, they're marking it up.
I think that's
so you can get a stamp, not draw. And somebody put far away. Okay, and
interesting.
Oh. Okay.
I did see that we had a primary student with us today.
Yeah. Dangong.
Wow.
Where's this? Wow. All right. Yeah. We have, how is that full name? Huailan City and Shanghua. Shanghua and Miaoli. Great. And all the way down south.
Someone's having fun over here.
What does that say? Oh. Pingtung and somebody, all Taipei. It must be missionaries circling into the Taipei mission. And then we have Philippines. No, the Philippines. This is Taoyuan. Elder Lin. Thank you, Elder Lin. Great. Okay, Sister Ting from, what does that say?
There's +2.
Oh, +2. Okay, yeah. From that also. Love you. Thank you. All right. We're gonna move on to the next slide, which is
我们现在会去到下一个部分了。
I'm gonna ask you, why do you want to attend BYU-Hawaii? Again, you can put a stamp or a circle or star.
所以你可以回答为什么想要来 BYU 夏威夷，然后之后呢，你也可以用同样的方式去标注你要来的原因。
Study abroad. Oh. We'll see. Stick up on. Great.
Somebody likes the pencil.
这7点不同的呢，第一呢就是在海外学习，第二个就是你有就是亲朋好友已经在夏威夷上学，然后第三个呢就是想学英文，然后第四个呢就是你要学的主修课在夏威夷可以找得到，然后第五个呢就是小一点的 class size， 然后第六个呢就是比较文化多样，然后第7个呢就是你想要去参加教会的学校。
Great. So these are the things that we ask about, so you could think about, when you apply to BYU-Hawaii, these things we ask in the essays.
我在入学考试会写一篇 论文，所以在这篇小小的论文里面呢，会提到你为什么要来参加 BYU 夏威夷。
Great, thank you for your participation. That's great. I see those that wanted to do, everything: study abroad, study English, attend a church university.
我看到很多人有不同的理由要来参加 BYU 夏威夷。
So I have another question. What are you most excited to learn about? So again, now you can do one last time and mark a heart for annotate.
所以另外一个问题是你比较就是想要学习到什么？它一共分为5个不同的东西。然后第一个呢就是招生的标准，第二个呢就是我们 BYU 夏威夷的一些主旨目标。第三个呢就是我们Hawaii的程序。然后第4个就是我们的关于入学资金等等方面的知识，然后第5个就是 iWork program。
Everything. Fantastic. Oh, same with Sister Gabang. Mission, vision, BYU. Great. Thank you. Well, thank you for participating. We're gonna show a video next with Brother Maurice Mo'o. He is our admissions manager, and I'm gonna try something different, and hopefully it'll play everything in Chinese.
所以等一下呢，会介绍到我们招生处的老大，就是我们的主管，然后他呢会用一个视频来介绍一些信息。
Let me start by saying aloha. My name is Maurice Mo'o, and I represent BYU-Hawaii. Today I'm going to share with you some of the things you might want to know about our amazing campus. I'm standing in front of the historic McKay Foyer and mural of President David O. McKay. President McKay was considered the church leader who envisioned and brought about the establishment of a school in Laie. A prophet saw that the church needed to put a school for college-age students from the Pacific and Asia who would have the benefit and blessing of coming to learn at a church institution. And today, we're known as Brigham Young University, Hawaii. Go Seasiders! A Zion University in the community of Laie, it's more than a melting pot. It really is a place where people from many nations can come together in purity, peace, unity, and love, all united as brothers and sisters in the gospel of Jesus Christ. Our students support one another in this great educational journey. And then with that education and that feeling of love, we call it the Aloha Spirit, then go out and share that with others wherever they go. Just north of BYU-Hawaii campus is the historic Laie Hawaii Temple. On the opposite side of the university, you find the Polynesian Culture Center. President Gordon B. Hinckley stated a few years ago that there is no other place in the world like Laie, where you have a triad of learning, a temple, a university, and a Polynesian Culture Center. BYU-Hawaii was designed to be small. What this means for our students, the class sizes are small, and the opportunity for students to interact with their classmates and with teachers is considerable. BYU-Hawaii is also unique because of its mission to help students prepare to go out, serve in the world, and to help build the kingdom of God. BYU-Hawaii is unique because of its diversity. At the moment, the enrollment is over 3,000 students, coming from almost 70 different countries. Over half of our students are international or from Hawaii. And so you have the opportunity to rub shoulders and network with people from all over the world. That, in a sense, is one of the reasons that makes this small campus so unique among all other higher education institutions. Preparation is very important for students planning on going to BYU-Hawaii. The first thing that students can do is to think about their reasons to attend BYU-Hawaii and write about that in the essay. A second way that students can prepare is to learn about BYU-Hawaii's unique academic curriculum called Holokai. A third way to prepare is to develop a desire to fulfill the mission of BYU-Hawaii. And finally, the fourth way is to commit to graduate. That's our invitation to everyone who is interested in BYU-Hawaii. We hope to see you in the near future. We know you'll be blessed. We know you'll have a wonderful experience, that you will learn and grow, and you will make a difference. Mahalo.
Oh, thank you, Brother Mo'o.
感谢 Brother Mo.
So let's bring it back. So our president of the church, President Russell M. Nelson, said, "Pursue your education as a priority of the highest order. Gain all the education you can. With us as Latter-day Saints, education is a religious responsibility."
把追求你的教育作为最高优先级尽你所能接受教育，因为对于我们来讲，教育是一种宗教责任。
Education is not merely a good idea, it's a commandment. Elder Dieter F. Uchtdorf.
教育不只是一个好主意，而且它是一条戒律。
So now we're going to show another video with the past BYU-Hawaii president, which is, his name is President John Tanner. And this is about our mission called Learn, Lead, and Build.
对，现在呢，我们会放一个就是 President Tanner， 就是我们之前的校长，他对于夏威夷的一个主旨的一个介绍。
I see a school with prophetic origins, the only church college to be established top down. The other church schools began as grassroots initiatives. This one came by revelation to a prophet, David O. McKay, who spoke expansively and explicitly about his vision for it. Under President Wheelwright, this vision was captured in 3 memorable goals: to learn, to lead, and to build. I endorse these goals. I see a university that is intended to be not only a school in Zion, but a Zion University, a place where people from many nations learn together in purity, peace, unity, and love.
But we expect you to work hard and to use all your faculties of mind and spirit to learn.
I anticipate that BYU-Hawaii will remain relatively small, particularly compared to the size of its target areas. The students' influence will be disproportionate to their numbers, for they will be light bearers and leaders, builders and peacemakers. I see a school that aspires not merely to impart knowledge, but to build character, not simply to inform, but to transform. I envision a school that inculcates nobility of character, nurturing men and women who cannot be bought or sold, who are genuine gold.
Only then will BYU-Hawaii take its place beside our temple as a house of learning and of light.
Okay, wasn't that a wonderful, wonderful video? John Tanner just finished in July of this year, and our new president, President John Kawe, started, I believe it was in August, so shortly after. So next slide, huh, Chad? Okay. In 10 115, verse 5, it says, "Arise and shine forth, that thy light may be a standard to all nations." Okay, we're going to have some trivia right now. So we'd like you to get to your chat and answer some questions that we have for you. Okay, if you've been paying attention, you may know some of these answers. Okay? First question, are you ready? Okay, next slide. How many students are enrolled at BYU-Hawaii?
Translate.
Yeah, translate. Oh, Elder Lynn said 3,000. That's a really good guess.
I would just type on the chat.
How many students are enrolled at BYU-Hawaii? We need to translate. Okay. Anybody else want to take a guess? Okay. 4567. Someone else said 3,000. 3,002. Okay. All right. Oh, 5,000. 88, 2,000. Okay. How many students do we have, Chad? 3176. Are we giving prizes for these? We're going to give them to Fraser, and Fraser can take care of that.
Okay. I wasn't planning to, but it's kind of expensive to mail it to
That's right. That's right.
We can mail it to Fraser, and you can come pick it up at the Taiwan office. I'm not sure how we'll do it, but we'll discuss it after. Yeah.
Some close guesses there. So anyway.
Okay. The closest, who was the closest? Mom.
Elder Lynn gave the first guess of 3,000. That was probably
3,000, huh?
Yeah, 3,000 is closest.
Okay, very good.
Good job.
So we have
All right,
31.
next question. Go ahead, Nate.
Okay, next one.
We translate this one.
Translate.
Yes.
What's the percentage of students from Hawaii and international countries?
对，来自夏威夷和其他国家的学生比例是多少？
What's the percentage of students from Hawaii and international countries? Okay, someone said, Elder Lynn said 70. Someone else said 50, 68, 30 to 70, 75%, 70%, 80, 64, 78. These are pretty good guesses. I think someone got it right at the beginning.
Yeah.
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 They were close. 56%. Yeah. So we had two people that guessed 50%, Elder Lynn, and hey, he's a pretty good guesser. Okay, next question. How many countries are represented at BYU-Hawaii?
这个 BYU 夏威夷有多少个国家在代表？
Countries. How many countries are represented? Let's see if you get this one. It's changed a little bit recently.
It changed, yeah.
Yes. Yes, there's several saying 70%, 70 countries. That was the old one. 68.
Yeah.
Shall we tell them, Chad?
Yeah, let's
Okay. Today there are 59 countries represented at BYU-Hawaii. So I know the video said 70, right?
Yeah.
It's
yeah,
gone down.
That was in the winter semester. We had much more, but since we went online, went a little bit lower because of some countries, some people can't do online. They don't have good internet. So yeah, so it changed a bit. But so this is students by area. I just want to show you some of the numbers. You can see right there, Taiwan, 54 students enrolled at BYU-Hawaii right now.
We need more. We need more Taiwan students.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. What is going on with my clicker?
COVID-19.
Yeah, so we have about 54 from Taiwan. We would like to have more students. But when you think about it, in the Asia area, it's pretty good. We have 10.8% of the student population are from the Asia area of the church. Yes. Oh, translating. Thank you for translating that. So the most popular or the most international country is the Philippines. They have 212 students that are from the Philippines. The second most is Tonga, 169 students. So just to let you know, BYU-Hawaii was created to support and to, we really want those from what is called our target area, which is the Pacific and Asia. So that's our target area, the Pacific and Asia. I'm saying it twice because we're gonna have a game later and that's gonna be in it. So what's our target area? All right, so the COVID-19 update, Lei, I believe.
Okay, so because of COVID-19, we are gonna allow additional time to complete your requirement for education testing. And should you need additional time to turn in your transcripts, we'd like you to contact admissions. And that's our email address, admissions@byuh.edu.
所以因为 COVID-19 对我们的教育影响，我们可能会允许学生额外完成这一要求时间，而学生是否有额外的时间上课，然后他们是怎么样去联系他们的就是之前的学校，然后拿出他们的成绩单，然后之后再 contact 我们下面的 admissions.byu.edu。
Great, thank you. Currently, our campus is closed, but we are doing education or classes remotely. And so there are a few students on campus in the dorms and at the Mary departments, and also students from other countries at their homes. And they are using Zoom to connect to their classes and their teachers every day. And so they're doing assignments and turning them in on a platform we call Canvas. But again, currently our campus is closed. In winter, we hope to bring back a few of our students that are getting close to graduation. And even by fall of 2021, we hope that we can be back in the classroom again, face-to-face.
Thank you, Lei. So this is our current president, John Keone Kawe, and he became the new BYU-Hawaii president during our whole COVID-19 lockdown during the summer. And he recently gave a devotional talk September 8th, 2020. And he said, I'm grateful to be a part of a university community that cares so deeply about their students and hold them in high such esteem. Again, that is President John Keone Kawe, our new BYU-Hawaii president. And with that, talking about the university community, we also want to talk about Laie, Hawaii, the place that BYU-Hawaii is in.
So Laie, Hawaii is also known as the gathering place or a place of refuge. In Hawaiian, the word refuge is pu'uhonua. And in the olden days of Hawaii, there were these boundaries that you would pass in order to be safe. So if you were in danger, you would go to a pu'uhonua to be safe. And we still feel that Laie is a safe place for our students. As you can see, we have at the very top, Hokilau, the beach there, which is just about 4 blocks away from campus. And then to the very far right is the Polynesian Cultural Center, where many of our students work. And then in the middle there is BYU-Hawaii, and the top left is the temple. Just to let you know, the temple was built back in 1919, and many of the saints that were here at that time helped to establish the church in Hawaii. Let's see. This quote here is from President David O. McKay, and he's standing in a field of sugarcane, dedicating the ground for the building of the school. This was back in 1955. He said, "From this school will go men and women whose influence will be felt for good towards the establishment of peace internationally. BYU-Hawaii, our mission is to create leaders not just for the community and for their families, but also for the church. The mission of BYU-Hawaii is to learn, lead, and build." So as students, you will come to our university to learn and gain an education, and we hope that you will fulfill the mission of President David O. McKay to become leaders and then to return home to your country to build your families, your communities, and the kingdom of God. BYU-Hawaii is also a house of learning. We have the Holokai curriculum, which we'll talk about in a few minutes. There are 45 majors, 80 minors, 25 certificates, and BYU-Hawaii is ranked number 1 in Hawaii as the top university. Holokai in Hawaiian means to move or travel on the ocean, like this canoe is. Holo is to move, and kai is the ocean. So we use that phrase to describe your voyage here at BYU-Hawaii. And that's the name of our curriculum that Chad will talk about next.
Okay, so I'm gonna show another video. This one is from with Vice President John Bell of Academics, and he's gonna kind of share about the Holokai, and let's see if this will work. I'm sorry. Okay, navigate around. Okay, here we go.
Here at BYU-Hawaii, we are very interested in the influence students will have after they leave. Our students have an important mission to accomplish after graduation, to be a righteous influence in their families, their communities, and to contribute to the spreading of the gospel across the earth. Fulfilling that mission is the ending to an important journey, or Holokai, that begins much earlier, even before arriving at the BYU-Hawaii campus. We therefore invest in students' preparations through collaborations with the LDS Church's education and personal development networks. These preparations help them acquire and develop personal attributes of honesty, respect, clean living, and service-mindedness. Also, it helps them learn English, both oral and written, and become self-reliant emotionally, physically, educationally, financially, and spiritually. The Holokai journey continues on campus with a curriculum specifically designed for BYU-Hawaii students. Each student will choose an academic program in each of 3 categories: arts and humanities, math and sciences, and professional studies. One of these programs will be their major. They will then complete a minor or a certificate in each of the other 2 categories. The objective is not to simply learn about those 3 areas. It's to learn to think and approach the world in those 3 different ways, and to learn how to ask important questions from each of those perspectives. Students will therefore graduate as well-rounded individuals with knowledge, experiences, and thinking tools to help them approach any job or situation with an open mind. Then after graduation, students will be able to apply what they have learned and go forth to serve the world. A student's Holokai will not be a 4-year experience, but rather a lifelong journey.
Okay, so talked about a little bit of the Holokai, and we'd like to explain a little bit more about that, a little briefly. And let's see. Okay, so I'm also the producer. Changing things around.
Here at BYU-Hawaii.
We did that already. So we have the Holokai academic curriculum. It's a major and 2 minors in 3 different areas: professional studies, arts and humanities, math and science. So you see the different triangles. And the center is the core, or the basic classes that you need at BYU-Hawaii, which is religion, English, and math. Now, you're probably wondering, is it going to take longer than the normal 4 years to graduate? It does not. You can graduate within 4 years, or you could graduate even earlier. The great thing with the Holokai is that the students are responsible for their own education. They can choose what they want to learn. They can choose what major and minors they like to have. So it's a little bit different. They also have breadth and depth of knowledge more than their peers from other schools, because they'll have all these different skills that they learn. Also, they'll have greater career opportunities. Now I'm going to ask one of our students. I'm going to ask Emily. Are you there?
Yes.
Emily, what is your Holokai? Can you explain to them your Holokai in Chinese? Is great.
OK， 所以呢，我的主修是 Art Education， 就是美术教育。所以我一开始的计划是，平面设计当主修，然后教育当副修，还有另外一个是 IT 当副修。可是后来因为一些原因的关系呢，所以我的 advisor 就是负责帮我就是做计划的人呢，他就跟我讲，你可以做美术教育当你的主修，所以现在对，我的主修是美术教育，然后副修是 IT。Yeah.
Thank you, Emily. Appreciate that. Next, we'll have Lei talk about House of Light, or having a spiritual education at BYU-Hawaii.
One of the advantages of being in Laie is that the temple is so close. It's within walking distance, maybe a few blocks away from the school. So we talk about the House of Light as a spiritual education for you. You'll have many opportunities to attend the temple, religion classes. There are weekly devotionals every Tuesday at 11 o'clock. And there are 3 student stakes on campus, 1 married and 2 single student stakes. And of course, the honor code, which is how you dress and things that we have to do as you have to do as a student when you attend a church school. Okay. Next, we'll talk about some important admissions qualifications. So you must make sure that you have your endorsement from your bishop. If Bishop Chow is your bishop, you must see him first. And also your stake president. What's also important is seminary. BYU-Hawaii requires at least 4 years of seminary. So we want to encourage all of you to please attend seminary. It's very important. If you don't attend seminary, then and go on a mission, your 2 years of serving a mission or 1.5 years will replace your seminary graduation requirement. Okay. We also advise that you attend institute, and Your GPA should be competitive along with your test scores, and you must commit to living the honor code, which is very important. Finally, we look for leadership, service, and extracurricular activities and awards. And the desire to fulfill a mission, the mission of BYU-Hawaii, and graduate. And we also ask you in your essay to know what contributions you can make as a student. Okay, that's you, Chad. The next one.
All right, so this is an important part. What are we looking for those that apply from Taiwan? Of course, we want you to be, worthy. So you have a endorsement or interview with the bishop, an interview with a member of the state presidency to go over the honor code, and that you'll live by those honor code. The honor code is like for the strength of youth, the pamphlet that you learned as a youth. Those things are very important, and we expect all our students to follow those guidelines. And we want you to be a graduate from high school. So graduate from senior high school with at least a 2.5 GPA. So that's a US equivalent GPA. So we want you to pass and at least a little bit better than passing. And also pass the English proficiency test. So we accept the TOEFL, and we want a score of a 61, the TOEFL test, or the IELTS test, IELTS, with a 5.5 minimum score. We also take the Pearson test of English, and the minimum we look for is a 44. And the Michigan test, which is only for those that are returned missionaries, and you can have that minimum of a score of 75. Okay, so that's the Taiwan country criteria. So if you have taken the Taiwan National College Entrance Exam, great. That's fantastic. We like those that do that also. You don't have to turn that in, but if you feel that will help you with entrance into BYU-Hawaii, that is fine to turn that test in.
Hey, Chad.
Yes.
Can I explain this part in Chinese a little bit?
Sure, please go ahead. Thank you.
Okay. 那个 GPA 2.5哈，相当于我们台湾的成绩差不多是76，哦，75，就是我看 GPA 2.5差不多是70分左右了，哦，那所以说你们这个高中的成绩，哦，这他这边讲的是平均，哦，然后呢，如果说那 BYU 夏威夷他们也会看，如果说你有考学测或是统测，哦，你可以提出这个成绩，哦，然后呢，如果说你的高中成绩你觉得不是那么美好的话，那个分数不是那么美丽的话呢，你们就提出来你们的学测的成绩，会有一些帮助。Okay. Hey Chad, got a question.
Go ahead. Sorry.
You don't take, but if they provide high university entrance exam, the score, so BYU-Hawaii would take this as a reference, or what do you recognize this?
We'll recognize it if it'll help the student. It just shows forth their academic prowess, like they can complete university academic work.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so the GPA 2.5 is the average. Is that correct?
Correct.
How about one of the if one of the courses is for example is GPA 1.8 or or below 2.5. So
that's the cumulative. If it's the cumulative below, you took the test and the test is passing, that will help.
For example, if the Chinese is about 2.0.
Okay.
So how are you going to deal with that?
Well, like we look also the total score.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So as long as the total score
is 2.5, that should be fine. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you. 所以说基本上他们会看你那个什么 GPA 的平均的哈，你高中的 GPA 的平均，只要差不多是在70分以上，基本上它这个就没问题啊。那如果你们提供你们学测或统测的成绩，那会有所帮助。但是就是如果说你现在正在上高中的话，就是记得就是你的分数不要真的不要放弃任何一科，因为它会把你的 GPA 拉下来，到时候会影响到你们入学。Okay, sorry, so you can move on.
No, those are really good questions. So, yeah, really good. Thank you. So this is also, we want to share the cost of attendance, what it costs right now for one semester at BYU-Hawaii. So a semester is 4 months. So right now we are in the fall semester. So for 4 months, this is something that you'd pay, like your tuition is your cost of attendance. So your tuition is $2,945. Okay, that's for any student. For a full-time student, that's how much you need to pay. And this is for those that are members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. If you're not a member of the church, the tuition is twice the amount. It's $5,890 US dollars. That's because the church subsidizes or gives you a discount because you're a member of the church. Now, BYU-Hawaii receives church sacred funds, tithing. It comes to the university. So that's why there's a wonderful discount to attend here. This tuition expense at $2,945 is much below the average of a U.S. 4-year university. And there's also other expenses. This is for one semester for 4 months. It could cost you, the student, $7,000 to $10,000. That's just for 4 months. Now, if we're looking at a year, this is for a year worth of school. So year meaning fall semester, winter semester, and spring term. That tuition will be $7,853, which is very, very good for a year worth of education. Now, there are other expenses like room and board, books and supplies, personal expenses. All that could round off to $22,000 to $29,000 US dollars, which is fairly inexpensive, but it's a lot of money, but inexpensive to attend a 4-year university. Now, those that are non-members of the church, it will be $29,000 to $36,000, which is fairly good price to attend a 4-year university. Okay, so now we're going to talk about scholarships that I believe that Lei is going to explain.
BYU-Hawaii has some wonderful scholarships. Here's a list of a few of them. The David O. McKay Scholarship, which gives you half or quarter tuition for one semester. We also have the Return Missionary Scholarship, and I see that we have several missionaries on this preview day with us today. And that's a half tuition for one semester. When you do apply for this, missionaries, make sure you get your president's endorsement, and he needs to recommend you for that scholarship. So these are for new students coming to BYU Hawaii. That's a half tuition. There's also a talent award that the departments give out, which is full or partial. And we also have continuing student scholarships. And there's also a merit scholarship. I don't see that here. But the merit scholarship is a great scholarship. Because
the merit scholarship is the continuing student scholarship. Sorry, that's what it is. Yeah.
That's another name for it. Okay, yes. Thank you. So if you get good grades, BYU Hawaii will help pay for your schooling. And if you see here, if you get between a 3.9 to a 4.0, mostly A's, you'll get all of your tuition paid for. Ma, are you smiling? Does that mean that you get this scholarship?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, great, Ma. And if you get a 3.8 to 3.9, you get a 3/4 of your tuition paid for, and so forth. Okay, so that's a great scholarship to have. Another scholarship with which many of you kind of noticed at the beginning with the annotate activity is iWork. And this is an international work study scholarship. And as you can see, the acronym stands for the International Work Opportunity Returnability Kuleana, which in Hawaiian means stewardship scholarship. Basically, it means you work for 19 hours a week, probably at PCC, and your schooling will be paid for, okay? BYU Hawaii and some generous donors will help pay for all of your tuition, your room and board, and room and board includes your food, etc. And I don't know if it covers books though, Chad. But anyway, it covers most of your educational needs here. So if you see here, founded upon self-reliance, you work at the Polynesian Cultural Center or on campus, and you typically earn about $9,000 a year, US, okay? That's a lot of money, right? You contribute 10% of your income, and the program, usually that student contribution comes from, it's also called a family contribution, and that's taken upon your family's financial ability to pay. So part of that contribution comes from your family, it comes from you working, and then the rest is paid for by the scholarship. Okay, so only about 900 students will get an iWork scholarship. As you can imagine, there's a lot of students that want this, and it's designed to help those with the most financial need. Okay, there is an application process separate from applying for school. And here are some of the eligibility things that you need to be eligible for and the requirements. So you must be a member of the church for at least 1 year. It's your first time to attend the university or a university in the US. You have to show proof of financial need, and you must be from the target area, which is Asia and the Pacific. And your parents must be residing in your home country, not in the US, okay? So this is really a scholarship for international students.
Okay, so the things that are required for the iWork, these documents are very important, and please, this is a tip, or what's another word for tip, Ma? Anyways, this is something I want to share with you. Please turn them in early. Please turn in your iWork documents early. So all of your financial documents, which we're going to ask you for, and these are from your parents or legal guardians. So 3 most current pay slips or tax documents are needed: bank statements, So your parents' bank statements, and of course, if you do not, I don't think there's a problem from those from Taiwan. If you don't have any bank statements, you can ask for a bishop's letter because the bishops know the tithing that comes in from the families. So yeah, you would need your 3 most current pay slips, tax documents, and bank statements. So the iWork application is within the BYU-Hawaii application. So within the BYU-Hawaii application, you have to click on, yes, I want to apply for the iWork program, or no, I will pay for my own way, or self-fund. So there's a little bubble that says, yes, I apply for iWork, and they'll ask you a list of questions and things to turn in, which is what I explained just now. So are there any questions now for iWork?
对，如果大家有关于 iWork 这些问题或者任何其他的问题，也可以打字在公屏上。
Oh, yes.
I have a question.
Sure, go ahead.
Is there like I don't know if it's like is there a minimum on how much the parent's salary is? Like if there's like a
there is no minimum, to be honest. There's no minimum. We have really, really poor students where the parents don't actually have any money. In the Pacific, they do a lot of bartering or trading. So there's still some areas like that in the church. So that's why we require the bishop's letter. So there's no minimum. You just be honest with what you have. The great thing is that with our financial aid, separate from our department, they gather your documents and they calculate it through a algorithm that they created. They go with the country, they look at, of course, the country's purchasing power parity, the PPP. They also look at the currency, exchange to American dollars. They also look at your household, how many are in your household. If you have any siblings that are in university, they count that also, or on a mission, So those things are factors that could assist you and help you. So be honest in answering all the questions in the iWork application. Okay, so it could,
how about a maximum?
Maximum per family?
Is that maximum? Yeah.
Yeah, there is a maximum. So through a calculation, if you have more than $18,000 US dollars in your bank account or equivalent of that, you could be what we call self-funding. You pay for your own schooling. So to be honest, to get into iWork is pretty tough, but to let you know, we don't get that much from Taiwan. So you could apply if you're from Taiwan. So,
hey, Chad.
Yes.
Can we stop here a little bit? Let me translate.
Sure.
那个，你如果说你想要申请 iWork 那因为刚刚那个 Chad 说要申请 iWork 的台湾的学生不多，那如果说但他没有一个家庭，比如说收入的最低标准是什么？但是呢，如果说你家里的收入，比如说你父母亲提出的存款呢，是有超过存款证明有超过18000块美金18000块美金的呢，那这个当然就差不多是54万嘛台币，那这个就属于说他们会认定说你可以自己家里可以有能力来支付学费，但是如果说你是在低于这个家庭的这个收入呢或是存款是低于这个条件的，那基本上你就具有基本的 iWork 的条件当然 iWork 他们每年最这个核准的就是名单那个名额是900位所以说不见得就是说你符合条件就一定申请得到那因为他们的主要的那个帮助的地区还是在太平洋国家，还有这个东南亚的国家那 台湾学生如果说你们符合这个基本的条件，那你们还是提出申请，好不好 ？OK， all right, time is yours, Chad.
Oh, thank you very much, Bishop Chow. Yeah, so you have any other questions for iWork? This is the time to ask. It's okay. So you can even ask in the chat if you like to. And I have Ma help me if you ask questions in the chat.
所以如果你们有问题的话，把它打出来，然后之后我会跟 chat 讲，然后我们会回答那个问题。
Okay, for the time, I'm gonna skip. We did have a game planned, but I don't think we have time for that, and this meeting will be longer than hour and a half. But I think now will be a great time to share with you our Taiwan student panel. We have Sanya, Bob, Ma, and Emily, who are current students at BYU-Hawaii. I believe Sanya is in Taiwan, but Bob, Ma, and Emily are currently here at BYU-Hawaii. Actually, they're here in the office with me. And so now I would like you all to introduce yourselves, Sanya, Bob, Ma, and Emily. And then I would like you all to participate and ask questions. You can ask in the chat or you could talk, ask them right now. So go ahead. With Sanya, you can start us off.
Yes. Thank you, Sister Lei and Brother Chad. Aloha everyone, I'm Sanya. 大家好，我是周一芳。然后我今年大3，我目前的主修是 Hospitality and Tourism Management， 就是参与与观光管理。然后我的副修是音乐和健康与人类科学。然后我目前人在台湾，然后现在就上线上课。我目前也是台湾社的社长，所以大家如果有问题的话，可以在就是我们的 Facebook page 那边问问题。我一开始在念完高中之后呢，我就在澎湖科技大学念了1年，然后我就去传教了。然后传教的途中，就是当中我就有想说要来申请 BYU-Hawaii， 然后那时候是因为我一直很想要继续的能够运用我的英文在传教的时候学习到的语言，所以我就决定申请 BYU-Hawaii。然后目前我是申请的是 iWork 学生，所以这3年在 BYU-Hawaii念书的期间，有很辛苦的时候，也有很快乐的时候。然后就是给大家建议，在念书之前就可以好好准备英文考试，然后去申请，然后上了之后来这边就开心的读书，然后去运用学校所教你们的东西，然后在工作的时候可以运用上，或是在学习跟别人一起做团队合作的时候都能够运用到。然后这是我的分享，谢谢。Okay, Bob, it's your time.
我是郭仁豪，然后我来这里要第4年了，然后我的主修是 Business Management， 然后 Supply Chain Concentration， 就是有关供应链还有运作方面的事情，然后就商科，然后我的副修是日文跟健康管理，然后在这边学了还蛮多的，就是因为小班制嘛，然后比较能跟 professors， 就是教授他们可以互动之类的，然后他们也通常都可以真的叫出你的名字来，然后所以有时候有问题就可以很直接的问，然后也不太需要管太多，他们也很会鼓励我们去问问题。然后在这里的生活，我不是 iWork， 然后可是在这里有很多的工作机会，虽然还是要一些家庭的小帮助，可是如果你省吃俭用，其实基本上不会要到家人的帮助，然后只是偶尔的。然后在这里其实也有很多方式可以省钱之类的，然后这里有很多的资源，所以也可以不用太担心有关金钱的方面，如果申请不到 iWork 的话。
OK， 大家好，你可以叫我马，对，然后我是叫马和野，然后我是来自中国，虽然今天参加这个会议呢，是因为我的老婆是台湾人，而且我本人呢也是在BYU-Hawaii招生处工作的一名学生，然后我呢在这边大概3年多了，然后我的主修是供应链管理。然后国际关系，然后我的副修是语言学跟小型企业，所以我在这边其实学习很多东西啊。然后我最大的一个经验就是来到夏威夷呢，我之前有传教，我在 Washington DC 传教，但是呢传教这2年呢虽然有改变我的生活，但是我发现在夏威夷的这3年多的时间里面呢，我的生活也有一个更好的提升，就是你们来到这边之后呢，你不仅会学习到关于教会的东西，而且呢，像 Bob 还有Zania 讲的，你会跟你的 classmates 还有一些身边的朋友更好的去合作，然后之后呢去学习更多的知识。所以我很期待大家能够有一天来到BYU-Hawaii做我的学妹或者学弟，很欢迎你们。那下面这个时间呢就交给 Emily。
大家好。我是 Emily，我中文名字是叶璇，然后我来自苗栗，刚刚那个是我先生，我在这边也是差不多2年快3年了，然后我刚刚前面有说我的主修跟副修，对，然后我之前是在纽西兰 Hamilton 传教的，所以我我传教完以后回来就工作差不多1年多，然后准备就是来学校，然后给大家一些小技巧。如果你们要考就是托福或是雅思的话，我个人比较建议雅思，相对会比较简单一点点。我个人的经验啦，对。然后在这边的话，我觉得真的蛮不错的，就是真的可以认识很多不同地方的学生。然后我自己也是 iWork 的学生，然后关于 iWork 学生的话呢，他一开始会就是要求你在 PCC 里面工作，然后工作差不多1年2年以后呢，你可以转到学校去工作。所以我之前呢是在 PCC 里面当中文的导游，然后现在的话呢是在Undercall 里面当 Director， 就是当负责的人这样子。对，然后真的很欢迎大家可以来夏威夷，夏威夷真的是一个很棒的地方，可以学到很多不同的东西，然后其实这边台湾人跟中国人也都很多，所以你不用担心说可能你英文真的不太好，然后交不到朋友之类的。对，大家都很热情，然后很友善这样。对，然后有问题的话呢，大家也都可以提出来，然后对我们这边有蛮多人可以帮助你们，我们社长也在这边，所以你们有任何问题都可以问他。对 ，I'm done。
我可以有一个问题吗
？One question.
Yeah, go ahead.
所以我们一定要就是有规定说一定要住在学校的公寓，还是可以在外面可以租房子？还是你们可以建议说哪一个比较好？
你是说不是 iWork 的学生吗？
不是，
就是新生第一年一定要住在学校，
一定要住学校。
然后1年过后你就可以搬出校外住，或者你要待在寄宿学校也可以。
那你们比较建议在学校住还是在外面住？
我建议校外住，比较便宜一点。
我是建议学校啦，我觉得比较方便一点点，因为离上课的地方也都近之类的，然后你可以认识更多不同的人。 因为会有很多不同的室友，所以就看你。对。
哦 ，OK。好，
因为学校的房子其实蛮难抢的，就是很多人就是你是需要申请的，会看你的学分，然后你会需要就是根据不同的时间，然后你会需要抢他的房间，所以就看你，如果你觉得住校外比较方便，因为规定也比较没有那么多，然后你觉得这样子对你比较好的话，你可以选择住校外这样。
OK， 了解，谢谢。
还有没有其他的问题都可以问出来。
Anyone else？
各位，这是很难得的机会哦，请大家能够把握机会，能够提出任何你们有问题的任何疑虑，不管觉得这个问题好像很简单一样你们都可以透过这个机会来跟这个学校能够刚好学校的代表都在这边，他可以给你最正确的答案。
或是如果你想要知道在这边生活到底是怎么样啊，怎么交朋友，或者是工作上面的一些问题的话，你们也都可以提出来。
那另外这边还有一个眷属，学校的同学的眷属在这边，林继轩各位看到一个小 baby 吗？他的先生是李成伟然后呢，他们是在台湾结婚之后，然后呢搬到夏威夷的。那如果说你对于比如说眷属在那边生活的情形，比如说像工作这些有问题的，他也可以帮你们回答。
对，所以我们也是在这边，就是我是陪我老公来读书，然后一个比较重要的就是签证的问题，所以如果你们要带伴侣来的话，比较建议你们是申请J签证，这样你的伴侣才可以工作。然后我们也是在这边生孩子，所以如果你们之后有一些这方面的问题的话，也可以再跟我们去问这样。
For 2021。
那请问一下，通常除了 PCC 的话，还有哪些类型的工作
？PCC 里面其实很多不同工作，像是导游啊，然后在餐厅里面工作，然后学校里面的话呢，就是你可以在学生餐厅里面工作，然后可以负责打扫清洁，然后或是在一些办公室里面工作也有，然后这些通常都是你会需要上就是网站，它都会 po 一些就是职缺之类的，那你可以根据你想要的东西，然后或者是你的主修相关的，然后去选你想要的工作。
谢谢。
有一个问题，就是申请 iWork， 就是当你毕业以后，是不是就要回台湾？那回台湾的年数就是多久？然后你可以就是你是不可以去就是回台湾，比如说1年或2年以后，你是不可以。那1年2年是你不可以去美国，或者是你不可以。对。
我记得好像是Brother Chad is the iWork they after graduate they need to go back to Taiwan home like for 4 years or 5 years.
4 years, yeah.
4 years.
4年。
所以4年，所以你回来毕业之后回来台湾之后，你就是不能去美国，你可以去美国，可是你不可以在那边工作，然后你必须每年都要跟你的 bishop 然后去面谈，然后去跟学校做就是一直都有连接，知道就是证明说你是住在台湾，你没有在别的地方这样子，不然的话你就要就是要还学费这样。
我问一下iWork 毕业之后是不是立即要回到台湾，还是说他可以待多久也才需要回台湾？
如果你毕业之后你继续做实习，你可以待下来，可是你一实习结束，你就要马上回去。
实习可以待多久？
通常3个月到1年。
对，3个月到1年。
不错，3个月到1年。或者你可以继续读书， 去读研究所之类的，去美国读都没有关系，就只是延后。可是你读完研究所或者博士的后，你还是要马上回去台湾，不然的话你就要付那笔钱了。
你是说 iWork 在学校用在 BYU-Hawaii iWork 之后还可以继续念研究所吗？
可以，
是可以到
上去，然后你可以选择去美国读上去。学校不会叫你还那笔钱，只是等你博士毕业后，他就会开始叫你马上回台湾。如果你不回去，你就要付钱。
所以以前我们那个听到那个的，我们有问他们是说 iWork 之后必须要马上要回到台湾，然后呢，连研究所不可以念。所以现在是可以念 iWork 毕业之后可以去美国直接念研究所，然后之后他如果一直念到博士，然后博士之后再回来，是这个意思吗？
对。
了解。所以说这个是改变的吗？还是说一直都是这样子？
我不确定欸，我不知道之前，可是现在是这样子。
OK， 好，谢谢仁豪。
Professional sports opportunity for application. We don't have any collegiate sports, so there's no sports program here at BYU-Hawaii like we had before. So no sports program in Hawaii, but we only have like competitions with students within BYU-Hawaii. So we call it intramural sports. So sorry about that, Albert. Any other questions? And thank you, Bob, for answering that question about iWork after graduating. I'm going to...
Yeah. Hey, Chad. So after graduating, so iWork student after graduating.
Yes.
And if you continue to master school or doctoral program, and when they return to when they complete their degree, they have to go back to Taiwan or within the Asia countries.
Yes. So within the target area, yeah.
All right.
So if a Taiwan student marries a Tongan student, they can go back Tonga to their spouse, but it's in the target area, or if they marry someone from Malaysia, they can go to Malaysia or Singapore or within, the target area and serve wherever they are at. But yeah, so those that graduate from BYU-Hawaii, they can let iWork know that they'll be attending graduate school, and that kind of holds them. They don't have to go immediately. They can wait till after they finish graduate school, and that will be all on the students to pay for that. So iWork is only good for BYU-Hawaii.
Thank you.
Sorry, I have a question. 所以我想问的是，是我们所以一进去Hawaii 的话 BYU-Hawaii 的话，需要马上选一个科系吗？或者是会有一些 general 的课程，我们需要马上选主修副修？
通常不用，因为一开始像我们这些国际学生到学校以后，会有一个就是有点像语言之类的课程叫 EIL， 所以你一进来以后呢，你还是一样会先做一个考试，然后他会帮你分类似分等级这样。如果你的英文程度非常够的话，你就可以直接跳过这个 EIL 的课，直接上这些主修或是这些通识课程。那如果你可能语言还需要再进步的话呢，你就会在这个 EIL 的就是这 program 里面可能会再待一阵子，上完然后才会选主修啊之类的。那你的主修跟副修其实你不用说现在就非常确定说你一定要读什么。假如说你现在想要读美术之类的，然后你可能上了几堂课觉得可能美术不是你想要的，你想要读关于数学，你可以再跳到另外一个主修或是另外一个副修。只是可能就是你不能一直这样跳来跳去，你懂我意思吗？就是你不能说我这个不喜欢我就跳另外一个，所以你需要 想清楚一点，然后因为你换的越多，可能那个时间就会延长，就会影响到你毕业的时间之类的。
Yeah. So that's a really good question. It's important also, even when thinking about BYU, have an idea of your major, because you could change it with the holokai, like Emily changed her major. So it's good on your application to put something there than nothing, like undeclared. But if you really don't know, it's okay. Just explain that in the essays. Like, we're gonna ask the question, what is your holokai in the essay? So what do you want to study? What do you want to do after BYU-Hawaii? That's the kind of question that we're asking. We want you to kind of think about those things now. I know you're on missions now, and we want you to focus on that right now. But on the application, we want you to answer that question. Yeah, so that's good from Emily that you explained that you won't take your major courses starting at BYU-Hawaii. It'll be EIL courses. So that's just normal. It's okay if you don't pass the first time, when you come to school. I think there's a question here. If students continue remote learning from their home country, do they have to pay for books and supplies? Yes, you do have to pay for your books and supplies, right, Sanya?
Yes, that we need to buy it online as we can't get it. So 我们要在线上买线上的书，这样。对，或是如果老师有提供的话，他会跟你们说要不要买，或是会直接，其实学校也有 bookstore， 然后他们线上也是可以，就是老师会直接帮助你们，就是买到那个书，然后在可能学期中的时候，你们就要就是再付钱这样子，所以就看老师。
Thank you.
我可以再有一个问题吗？ 所以刚才说的那个 EIL 是 online class 的那个东西嘛？因为申请的时候也有 online class 这个选项，对吧？那如果用 online class 申请的话，有什么其他的限制吗？还是就是需要上那个课吗？还是不需要？因为好像 online class 也是 EIL， 对吧？
一样。
一样吗？
EIL 是就算是正常的课程也都会有，然后算对国际学生来说是必修的。可是那个线上课程 online classes， 看你选的课是什么吧。因为如果有些课是不必要的，不必修，有些课就是单纯的 online class。
我的意思是说，因为就是申请 BYU-Hawaii 不是可以用托福、雅思什么的，然后也有一个是可以用线上课程，所以已经用了那个线上课程，到那边还要再上一次，是一样的东西。
那个是算补成绩用的，然后你来这里后通常不会上那些课程，你会上别的课程。像 EIL 的话，第一个学期你考了那个测验后，那个我们学校会帮你安排你适合你的那个 level 的课程，然后就开始继续上下去，然后他会告诉你需要上什么课程。可是你说的线上课程那个应该不包括在那里面。
OK， 好，谢谢。
那个我想问一下，就是如果我们用了 iWork 的话，除了那个他将会指派的工作之外，还可以另外自己接工作吗？
不行，因为你如果是 iWork 的学生的话，你会是 J1 的签证，然后就会被规定说你只能在要么是 PCC 工作或者是学校里面工作。然后像我们这些学生，如果你在外面接工作的话，其实就算是违法的。所以没有办法。然后你 iWork 的话，他就被规定说，一个礼拜只能工作差不多19个小时。
那如果是那种从网络上面接的呢，就是可能剪辑或者是配音之类的，就是不是实际体力的工作。
这个我就不太清楚了。
行吧。
你说类似像 YouTube 的帮忙补习之类的吗？
Online, like, was a question like, can you do distance learning online or like BYU-Hawaii online? Is that what she mean? Do you know Emily?
I think they were talking about like, I'm not sure, like working.
There are online
not really
classes.
found like in the US, but it's like, yeah, I'm not sure.
Okay.
我们帮人家做剪辑的工作，或者是像广告配音那样子的。
我自己觉得，如果是在美国或者美国本土，包含夏威夷如果你做这样的工作呢是不可以的，因为我们是国际学生。但是如果呢这些工作是在台湾或者在中国或者在一些其他不同的地区，应该是可以的。So I said,
Okay, thanks.
Those jobs are within the
BYU-Hawaii.
No, in America, England, or over here on BYU-Hawaii, you cannot. But if the jobs are in Taiwan or in China, you can do that.
I see. Yeah. So what is Judge Su say? What do you say?
So, 周雅徐姐妹，什么是 BYU Pathway？ 那个问题是什么？可以解释一下吗？
What does it mean?
刚刚就是有一个姐妹，她可以听到我的声音吗？
可以。
就刚刚那个有一个传教士姐妹，她不是问说，就是如果说在线上先修了一点学分，因为之前就是在我们知会的成员，他们就是好像不知道是他的成绩不够，所以他事先先修了一个类似 online 课程，然后之后他再到 BYU 的本地去念书。但是我听说就是台湾好像目前还没有 pathway， 是吗？
Yeah, there's no pathway now.
有那个有
no pathway now.
那我女朋友她之前就做过那个课程的老师，算 tutor， 然后就专门在教那个，会帮助学生，然后她也有一些台湾的学生去上那个，就是帮助那个学生去学更多的英文。然后
我来解释一下
那个课程的成绩，因为他那些课程也都会算进 GPA 里面，所以那个课程也最好不要上的太烂。
我这边讲一下哈，目前台湾没有 pathway， pathway 在台湾还没有被核准，所以说现在有的只有叫做传教士在上的叫做 English Connect， 你们应该知道 English Connect 1跟2嘛，所以如果说等到亚洲区域都核准之后，我们才会有 pathway， 那 pathway 就是到时候会有 pathway Connect 3， 还有那个叫做 pathway Connect， 那所以呢所以目前来说台湾目前还没有 pathway， 如果说你们要上这个教会学校的话，目前还是 BYU-Hawaii Idaho 或是其他 BYU 的学校。OK。
但是我在传教之前，我已经用线上课程申请到这个学校，但是我只是在想说，所以是就是可以不用上某些课吗？还是怎么样？
你是说申请到什么学校？夏
威夷的学校，就是好像可以直接。那个是pathway吗？
那不是夏威夷的学校，就那个你们那个学生来回答一下。
我觉得啦，就是我刚刚说的那个，就这样而已。
OK， 了解，谢谢。
我不知道其他人。
他应该没办法抵主要的你要上的 EIL 的课程，他应该是不行，因为你进去的时候你还是要考试，然后他会去看你的分数，然后去帮你分班。那通常台湾人我还没有听说过是没有人拿 EIL 的，都是必须要拿 EIL 的课程。
我是有知道有朋友，那好像也不是台湾人，他们就也是考了以后，那成绩非常好，他们就直接就是 pass 这些课程，你就直接可以选主修的课。所以如果你的英文程度真的非常好，然后你在考这个 EIL 的课的时候，的考试的时候成绩很好的话，其实你可以整个都就是略过不需要上这些课的。 但前提是你的英文要真的很好。
我听没有超过5个人可以不用上。
但其实他的课都算蛮简单的，他就是算是一些很基础的，你在学校高中会上的文法呀，或者是一些基础的英文课，所以不需要太难，它就只是算是一个让你衔接可能从台湾的这些上课的方式衔接到美国上课方式的一个课程而已，所以我觉得上的其实是蛮有帮助的。
对，我觉得因为像我自己，我大概修了2个学期的 EIO 的课程，然后我在我第1个学期的时候，他们就帮我安排我1个主修的课。其实那时候我觉得就是有点就是有点 difficult， 因为一下子这样衔接上去的时候，我觉得有一些很专业的名词可能会就是很难懂，然后 EIO 的课程会帮助你怎么去写文章，然后写论文，还有你的听力，还有你的阅读，这些一定都会帮助。所以我觉得 EIL 是一个很好的 program， 大家如果有进来BYU-Hawaii的话，就是要认真上课，然后你可以从同学还有老师身上学到很多就是写作的技巧。
那个要上多久？还是他会一直，比如说你上了，他会一直评估你要再上多久这样子吗？
对，就是总共有分5个等级，然后如果你只要最后一个 EIL 320过的话，你就不用再拿任何 EIL 的课程。那这个 EIL 课程通常会有一个主要的，然后还有2个，对吧？你也选2个 elective， 就是每一集都有1个主，然后2个副的这样子。所以如果你因为有5集嘛，如果你从中间开始拿的话，可能就3个学期你就会拿完。
因为我一开始我是先拿310就算是比较中间的，然后呢学期结束的时候呢，他会有一个考试，如果他觉得你的听力啊说对话什么都 OK 的话呢，他会给你直接升到320。那他觉得如果你还不够到320的程度的话呢，中间又有一个315，所以呢这就主要就是看你考试的成绩，然后那些教授评分对你，就是看你对话或是你的语言能力怎么样这样子。所以我也差不多上2个学期3个学期左右。对，但是其实到差不多第2个学期第3个学期的时候，你就可以拿一些可能你比较感兴趣的课，像我那时候我就拿了一些运动的课啊，或是一些比较好玩的课，然后一些主修的课。对，所以你可以自己评估你到底什么时候要进入到一些比较主修方面的这些课程。
Well, those are very good questions. EIL, iWork questions, pathway. Those are really good. And I'm glad we had our student panel to help answer those questions. Thank you so much. Well, we do have, Sonia wanted to talk a little bit about the Taiwan chapter. Is that right?
Yes, it's okay.
So I have this slide for you.
Thank you. 大家就是在BYU-Hawaii，我们有很多不一样的社团。然后，因为目前我是担任台湾社的社长，所以我在这边想要跟大家就是欢迎一下，如果之后会来当我们学弟妹的话，我们台湾社，我们大概1个学期总共会有3到5个活动，然后这个社团的用意是帮助台湾的学生来到BYU-Hawaii能够知道说我们有人会在这边帮你们，然后有问题都可以问，或是另外一个目的是为了让其他的人更认识我们台湾，然后每个学期都有至少有一个很大的就是活动，然后让我们去介绍给大家台湾的文化是什么。所以大家如果有来BYU-Hawaii念书的话，都可以来参加我们的社团，然后我们大家也很开心可以认识你们。就这样。Okay, I'm done.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Sonia. And then after, you join the Taiwan chapter and go to courses, classes, make a lot of friends, and we want you to graduate. This is the goal, right, for every BYU-Hawaii student, to graduate, to finish their 4-year degree. So this is a quote from President John S. Tanner: "For there will be light bearers, leaders, builders, and peacemakers." We thank you all for attending tonight. Thank you for asking questions. And one last thing, what is your holokai? What is your academic journey? Chart your course and set sail. I want you to think of your holokai. So if you have any questions, please contact us. There's our address and our phone number. You can contact us via email, admissions@byuh.edu, or you can look at our website, ho'okele.byu-h.edu/admissions. And if it's in Chinese, we have Ma, and you can help translate that for us.
Yes. So if you have any questions in Chinese, 不好意思，如果你有任何关于就是任何的问题，可以用中文发给我们，然后之后我会帮你们翻译。
Thank you very much. I'm going to leave some time with Fraser, with some closing remarks, or Bishop Chow.
Yes. Thank you,
好，
Fraser.
谢谢那个 Hey, Chad and Lei, do you know what does 谢谢 mean?
Yes.
Thank you.
Mahalos.
Mahalo. That's right.
Yeah. 非常感谢今天有这个机会，感谢 Chad 还有 Lei 还有我们的学生的代表感谢你们回答这些问题。那最后呢，就是我要跟你们这个分享一下，就是教会学校呢提供很好的教学的品质，然后当然这是一个非常好的学习环境。那鼓励你们如果说你们有这个机会，也有这个能力都能够提出申请但是呢，就是这人生其实有很多不同的路出国是一条路在台湾求学也是一条路那先知告诉我们辛格兰会长说，如果说你想要念大学就去念大学，如果说你想要学一份技术找一份技术，学习一项技能，那就去学。重要的是呢，你能够透过学习这个技能呢，来帮助你能够将来能够有好的工作，能够养家活口，这是最重要的所以各位呢，就是在你们在选择将来你想要去哪间学校继续你们求学呢，我鼓励你们好好去思考一下。然后呢，如果说有任何问题欢迎你们随时能够这个用 Line 或是用 email 都可以。那我的 Line 是0966622562我把它打在我们的那个对话窗里面，然后你们有看到，你们可以把那个随时有问题可以用 Line 跟我联系那我会把这个问题呢，那如果说那个学生的代表呢，他们那个如果说你们可以留下你们的联络方式，那也很好那他们可以直接和你们联络那这是谢谢今天BYU-Hawaii 能够准备这个非常好的一个机会 Preview Day 我觉得大家收获都很多我也学到很多。那这个谢谢那我把时间再交还给 Chad and Lei. Turn the time back to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Bishop Chow. Thank you, Fraser.
Thank you, Fraser, for all your help.
Thank you.
Yes.
Well, we appreciate all of your time and thankful for missionaries joining us, and we love return missionaries. Just want to let you know we love you.
Yes.
We really want you to come to BYU-Hawaii. Know that you're special and that you're doing the Lord's work. And I'm very thankful that you joined with us today. and work hard. And we're praying for you every day, and knowing that you're doing the right things in your life. Thank you so much, everyone, for being on the call. We're grateful for your time.
Hey, by the way, Chad, Elder Hilton is here, and he's the one to help the missionaries. Yeah, to participate in the meeting. And he spoke to the mission president, and the mission president, President Carr, was very supportive. Thank you, Elder Hilton, for your great help.
Yes, thank you, Elder Hilton.
He's currently in Utah. Elder Hilton, would you like to say something?
Oh, my goodness.
Thank you. Beautiful presentation.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. It's so late right now in Utah. We appreciate it.
I know.
早上1点钟。
1 in the morning.
Yeah. Hey, Chad, I know it's a little late for Elder Hilton and a few of us, but could we take a picture before everybody goes?
Yeah, so everybody turn your cameras on.
We have about 40 people still here. We had 50 to start with, so that's still a good number.
请大家把你们的摄影机镜头打开。
Yes.
他们要拍一张照片。
Put your cameras on. And our students will tell you how we say hello here in Hawaii with the shaka sign. So students, put your shaka sign as we say hello.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, cheese, shaka.
All right, good.
Okay, I have one screen. I need to do another screen. Sorry, give me a moment to put this on.
All right.
Quick. And then we
大家
have...
把镜头打开哦，那他们要照相哦。
Yes.
So I have another...
There we go.
Okay. Again, smile, shaka. Cheese.
All right. Cool.
All right. Thank you very much.
谢谢。
Just some of them, they joined the the preview day through the YouTube, and I would like to take time to thank BYU-MS.
Thank you so much, BYU Management Society. Thank you.
Yeah, society, and Bishop Hu, he is the one to help with the online broadcast.
Thank you so much.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. Thank you to our
Thank you.
students. Thank you for being
Aloha.
here.
Aloha, hello.
See you soon. Aloha. Have a good day.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye. Take care. See you soon.